Hey everybody, Nick here. Well, Jason Blum spoke last week. So let's get into what it means. First of all, I didn't want to talk about this because, quite frankly, in my opinion, what he told us was pretty much nothing or things that we already knew, or I assumed everyone knew. But everyone's freaking out about some of the statements he made. So let's break them down a little bit. So the first quote I'm going to read, he told Entertainment Weekly. It was either at the end of last week or this past weekend. He said, well, we're trying to get the trailer out and trying to get the movie out before the end of the year. That's our hope, dream, and plan. We'll see, he told Entertainment Weekly. So what does that mean? Nothing that we didn't already know, guys. We know that the movie is slated, as of now, and has been slated to be released in October. So him saying we're trying to get the movie out by the end of this year is pretty obvious to me. He's saying things, but he's not telling us anything we don't already know. And it's not his fault. I mean, everything's up in the air right now. He's being asked this question hundreds of times a day, it seems. So what's the guy supposed to say? And I get it, but he didn't tell us anything we didn't already know there. So that's quote number one. Quote number two, a little bit more interesting. This is when he was on Fandom. I can't remember the name. He was basically on someone's YouTube channel last week. A big, is it Fandom Entertainment or something like that? But he said this. He said the reason a trailer hasn't come out yet is because we don't know what the world is going to look like in October. Right now, we're still planning on releasing the movie in October, but if there's no way to release it theatrically, then we're not sure. So we're not going to release the trailer until we really are very sure when people are going to get to see the movie. So that's the holdup. But we have a great trailer and a great movie, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. So what does that mean? Let's break that down a little bit. So the reason a trailer hasn't come out yet is because we don't know what the world is going to look like in October. Correct. That's pretty obvious. I think we would have gotten a trailer already, certainly a poster already, but if we knew what was going to happen in October, I feel like we would have gotten a trailer maybe this past week. So what does he say next? Right now, we're still planning on releasing the movie in October, okay? But if there's no way to release it theatrically, then we're not sure. So they're still planning on October, but only if it's released theatrically, okay? So we're not going to release the trailer until we are really very sure when people are going to get to see the movie. All right, so that's another thing that at least I think we all speculated, that's the holdup with the trailer is they don't know what's going to happen in October. So they have the trailer ready. Good news. I'm sure they have a poster ready, and they're just waiting to see. Now, I have a source that told me, and I'm not going to divulge my source, but it is a trusted source. Doesn't mean everything is right, but here's what I heard. I heard that this movie, and just this is kind of what I heard, and it's kind of reading between the lines of what Blum is saying. But I heard what they're trying to plan on is pushing back the release date a little bit to the end of October, whether it's the 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, whatever. But pushing the release date to the end of October, having it in theaters for 2, maybe 3 weeks, and then going straight to VOD after that, which would be very, very interesting. So you'd get the opening weekend, kind of the surge of the opening weekend, whatever they think they can make, whether it's 40 million or whatever. Obviously, it'll be probably way down because even if things are open, the capacity and things like that with COVID, it's still all murky waters right now. But they're going to kind of get what they can with the opening weekend and the first couple weekends, and then it's going to go straight to DVD, and they're going to kind of salvage the rest, is what it seems like to me. But they don't know if they can do that yet because Universal is the distributor of this movie, and doing something like this is pretty unprecedented. Universal, along with Blumhouse, they want to make sure they make as much money as possible. Remember, it's show business. If they have to wait a year, then they wait a year. Obviously, they're going to want this to be released this year. That's what Blum is saying. But we don't know what's going to happen. Just like Blum says, we don't know what the world's going to look like in October. So yeah, so it's very interesting. I would be down for the theatrical release and then straight to VOD. I think it's a cool idea, but in order to make that happen, all these bigwigs in Hollywood and executives need to sign off on that. They've probably been crunching the numbers, what they need to get the opening couple weekends and what they expect to get on VOD. It's all very complicated, and because it's unprecedented, you know, it might not happen. But it's a cool idea, that's for sure. So here's my advice for everyone about this trailer. Relax. Blum doesn't even know when the trailer is going to come out. You know, so anyone that's on YouTube saying, you know, or Twitter or Facebook or whatever, saying, you know, the trailer's going to drop in 2 weeks on this day, they're liars. If Jason Blum doesn't even know when it's coming out, how can they? There's no possible way. As soon as it's green lit to do whatever plan they have, whether it's a normal theatrical release or the theatrical release and then straight to VOD after that. As soon as that happens, boom, they're going to ramp up the marketing campaign. Because if you look at a typical movie, you know, it's maybe 3 months worth of hardcore marketing, maybe 4, depending on the movie. So yeah, so it should be very interesting. But that's kind of what you have to do with these quotes by Blum, because he's not telling us anything. He's just trying to, you know, just say that, hey, we want it to happen, you know, but we don't know. Like I said, he's asked this hundreds of times a day. If you search Halloween Kills on Twitter, for instance, it's just a long list of people commenting, when we get in the trailer, when we get in the trailer. So my advice to everyone, relax. I want the trailer too, I really do. But nobody knows what's going to happen. So we just got to kind of weather this storm as fans, you know, use this extra time maybe to, you know, just come up with some more cool theories on the movie and things like that. But as far as the trailer, when it drops, it drops. I can't wait. I know you guys can't wait. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the theatrical release and then straight to VOD a couple weeks later. Let me know if you guys think that's a cool idea or what. But thanks.